Hello, dear students. Welcome back to our maths class. Do you know what we are going to learn today? We are going to learn about division. Now, I know some of you hear the word division and feel a little nervous. You might think, oh no, ma'am, division is so difficult. But in this video lesson, we are going to master the basics of division. And trust me, if you really understand these basics, the big, scary, long division, which we will do next time, will become as easy as eating cake. Okay? So let's see how basic division works. Let us look at a simple problem first. Imagine you have 92 cookies. You want to share them equally among 4 people. To find how many cookies each person will get, we divide 92 by 4. Now we need to find 92 divided by 4. To solve division problems, we use a special division symbol. It looks like a little house or a stage. This stage has 3 areas: dividend, divisor, and quotient. Dividend, the king inside the house. The first area is under the long horizontal line inside the house. We put the number we are dividing up in here. The fancy math term is the dividend. Divisor. The second area is outside, in front of the curved wall. We put the number we are dividing by here. Quotient. The answer on the roof. The third area is up on top of the horizontal line. This is where our answer goes. The math term is the quotient. So, if we have 92 divided by 4, put 92 inside the house, put 4 outside the gate. Now we are ready to solve. Think about your multiplication tables. If you remember your table of 4, ask yourself, 4 times what number gives me 92? 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, and so on. It seems 92 is not in the multiplication table of 4. So what we do, instead of trying to divide the entire 92 by 4 all at once, let's break this problem up into smaller steps by just trying to divide each digit by 4, digit by digit. We start with the leftmost digit, 9. Divide 9 by 4. How many 4s will it take to make 9 or almost 9? 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, so the just right number is 2. Write 2 on the roof. Write 8 under the 9. Subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1, so the remainder is 1. Since we are going digit by digit, we need to combine that remainder with our next digit and divide them both together. It's time for the second digit, so bring it down so our new remainder becomes 12. 4 times what number gives 12? 4 times 3 is 12. Write 3 on the roof and write 12 below our new remainder. 12 minus 12 is 0. We see that the remainder is 0, which means that our division process is complete. Good job! We solved the whole division problem digit by digit by breaking it up into 2 basic division steps. Each person gets 23 cookies. No fighting, everyone is happy. Well, it was simple when the numbers divided perfectly. But life is not always perfect. Sometimes we have numbers that don't divide easily. Look at this problem. 93 by 4. Put 93 inside, put 4 outside. We will solve this division problem 1 digit at a time, just like before. We start with the leftmost digit 9. Divide 9 by 4. 4 times what number gives me 9? If you look at the table of 4, you will find the number. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12. So the just right number is 2. Write 2 on the roof. Write 8 under the 9. Subtract. 9 minus 8 is 1. So the remainder is 1. Bring the second digit down. Our new remainder becomes 13. 4 times what number gives 13? 4 times 3 is 12. Write 3 on the roof and write 12 below our new remainder. 13 minus 12 is 1. We see that the remainder is not 0, which means that our division process is not complete. We want a decimal answer, not a remainder. Here is the magic trick. We can put a decimal point in the quotient and a 0 next to the remainder. Now remainder becomes 10. How many 4s will it take to make 10 or almost 10? Well, it's easy. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract 8 from 10 and you get a remainder 2. Since the remainder is not 0, our division process is not complete. Use the magic trick again. We don't need to put a decimal point in the quotient because there can be only one decimal point and we have already placed it. So we just put a 0 next to the remainder. Remainder becomes 20. Divide 20 by 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. Finally, we get a remainder of 0, and this completes our division process. So the answer is 23.25. That means the fraction 93 by 4 is equal to the decimal 23.25. That's great! We solved the whole division problem digit by digit. Don't let the word remainder scare you. It just means what remains. Simple, correct? Okay, my champions, you are doing great. Now we are going to convert an interesting fraction into a decimal. Let's divide 1 by 3. First we write 1 divided by 3. Since 3 cannot divide 1, we place a decimal point in the quotient and add a 0 to the dividend. Now we divide 10 by 3. 3 goes into 10 3 times because 3 times 3 is 9. We write 3 in the quotient and subtract. 10 minus 9 leaves a remainder of 1. Notice something important here. The remainder is 1 again. So, we put another 0 and divide 10 by 3 once more. Again we get 3 and again the remainder is 1. Oh my goodness! Do you see what is happening? It will go on forever. The same remainder keeps repeating and so does the digit 3. That's why we write the answer as 0.3333 and so on. We call this a repeating decimal. Since we cannot write 3's forever, we use a special symbol. We write 0.3 and put a little bar or line on top of the 3. That bar means this number repeats forever. Let's try a bigger number so you really understand. Problem: 36 divided by 7. 36 is dividend, so put 36 inside the house. 7 is divisor, so put 7 outside. How many 7s does it take to get to 36 or close to 36? Let us recite the table of 7. Come on, say it with me. 7 times 1 is 7, too small. 7 times 2 is 14, still small. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. Ooh, this looks promising. 7 times 6 is 42. Too big. We crossed 36. So the just right number is 5. Write 5 on the roof. Multiply. 7 times 5 is 35. Write 35 under the 36. Subtract. 36 minus 35 is 1. Our remainder is 1. We will solve the problem further to get a more accurate answer without remainder. Put a decimal point in the quotient and add a magic 0 to the remainder. How many 7s in 10? 7 times 1 is 7. After subtraction, we get a remainder 3. Add a magic 0 to the remainder. How many 7s in 30? 7 times 4 is 28. After subtraction, we get a remainder 2. Add a 0 to the remainder. Is this this a repeating decimal? This is a repeating decimal. If you use a calculator to find 36 by 7, you get the answer 5.142857142857 and so on. This is a different kind of repeating decimal. Here, unlike 1 by 3, the repeating digits are 142857. There are some fractions that appear all the time in life. It is a very good idea to memorize them so you don't have to calculate them every time. 1 by 4 equals 0.25, quarter. 1 by 2 equals 0.5, half. 3 by 4 equals 0.75, 1/3. 1 by 3 equals 0.3333. 2 by 3 equals 0.666. So that is how you convert any fraction into a decimal. You just divide. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and don't be afraid of the remainders, and see you next time.